So after you've learned to hear the voice of God, the next step is for you to obey, which is what God actually wants of you. That is why he speaks in the first place. Yes, you know the sound of his voice, you know what he means when he speaks, but do you obey? Think of a relationship, for example, man and wife. It is not a relationship if there is no communication and understanding. God speaks to us so that we can actually obey him. That is how you build koinonia with your maker. Think of Abraham. The Bible says he walked 3 days to Moriah. And God said to him, just go. When you get there, I will tell you on what mountain to offer your son as a sacrifice. And Abraham took Isaac, whom he loved more than everything else. He got to Moriah. The Bible says he looked up and he went to the mountain, meaning at that point, God confirmed to him, that is the mountain where I want your son to be offered as a sacrifice. Now look at what Abraham did. He didn't speak to the servants he went with. He left them and he went up with his son alone, because third parties may seek to change your mind after God speaks to you. When you are looking to obey God, it is not everything you share with those around you. Sometimes God gives you a word for yourself alone. It's not necessarily a word for the generation or for nations. At times, he is testing you to see what you do with his instructions. Abraham needed to be in constant communion with God, even to know where to sacrifice the lad. In his mind, Isaac was long dead. Isaac was dead the moment he said, yes, Lord, I will sacrifice him. So he kept that communion. He got to the mount. He put the woods, he put Isaac, and lifted up the knife to stab a son that God gave to him 100 years after he had been on earth. That is complete obedience. The Bible says that God saw the love he had. God saw the fear and the desire of his heart. And he said, you know what? I am not going to do this to you. I appreciate that you love me this much. And because of that, I would give to your descendant the nations of the world. There were so many blessings attached because Abraham did not just hear the voice of God, but he pushed for complete obedience. May the Lord give us wisdom and the will to obey when he speaks to us.